Hi, I'm Rebekah in the Keys, and today I am extremely excited because I am going to be interviewing my first international guest. Sam Robertson is a pilot for Atlas Airlines that flies all over the world delivering cargo, so stay tuned. Hi, Sam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Happy to be here.
Where are you at in the world?
I'm in a country called Sharjah.
Okay.
Sharjah's in the Persian Gulf, kind of tucked in the vicinity of Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
All right, so what is it like there in Sharjah?
I think within the last 24 hours or so, they've had a full border lockdown. So no in or out in between any of the Emirates, which is really atypical. And
Happened with the United States a while ago, right? And but it's just now happening there.
unlike the U.S., where you might land yourself in a 14-day quarantine that is sort of self-imposed. Here, there's police action.
Oh wow, so it's a full all-out lockdown then.
The roads linking the countries are the only people out there are the police and military.
All right, so what are the airports like?
I've been to Amsterdam. I've spent quite a bit of time in Germany, a town called Moorbach, which is just outside of Frankfurt. Zaragoza, Spain. Now, but I'll tell you, it was a real eye opener going into Hong Kong the other day, and three-quarters of the airplanes that would normally be buzzing around, preparing to take off and coming into land, are all literally they've run out of space to park the airplanes. They're all parked in. They're using taxiways and to house these airplanes, and they're all just sitting parked.
That
And
must be eerie for you. You've been doing
it's
this for how many years?
Erie's the word. I've been flying. I've been a professional pilot for more than 24 years, and I've even after 9/11. I mean, that was a week's worth of quiet skies, but this is unprecedented.
What are the differences between the way that the countries are handling COVID-19 and the corona pandemic?
It's soup to nuts. And it's typical of the style of the places. A few of these countries I've been going to for most of my life, and some are new, but I sort of understand how they run things. So, like Amsterdam, even though the police are roaming the streets, and any shop that looks like it's not paying attention to the order, they stop in, and in very Dutch fashion, they're, even though it's official, they're like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? What's just making sure you're not telling anybody anything." And but everybody is it's very Dutch. Everybody is out and spring is sprung out here now, and everybody's sitting out on their stoops, and they're loosely complying with what's going on. All the shops and stuff are still closed, but you can get takeout. The contrast to that being Zaragoza, Spain, was one example that I would use, and definitely Dubai and here. The lockdowns, and again in step with how they typically handle things out in these countries. Like I had a captain went out jogging the other day against the strict orders of the police in Zaragoza, Spain. He said, "This is the type of guy that would do that." And actually, so am I. But I figured I'd beat him to the punch, but I didn't. And the police had to go running after him, and he almost got himself arrested. He had a mask on, but he'd cut a hole in it, and they dragged him back to the cop car, and then they dragged him back to his hotel, and they had a yelling match in three languages for a while, and
Wow.
they forced him back. Yeah, Zaragoza, actually, if you walk past the grocery store, you're allowed to walk out of your hotel to go to the grocery, but if you walk a block past the grocery, the police will pick you up.
Wow, that's amazing. What about supplies? Have these countries had enough supplies as far as groceries and necessities? We've had the toilet paper shortage in the United States here. Down in the Keys, we're out of eggs. Well, most people are if you don't have a chicken bunny ranch. But what about the
Again,
supplies in
very
the rest
jealous.
of the country?
The TP shortage seems to be a worldwide and unexplainable, as yet to be explained phenomena.
So that's
There,
worldwide too? I thought it was only in the United States. It's worldwide?
no, there's no TP on the shelves in Germany either.
Wow. Wow, that's new
Yeah.
information for me. I had no idea. So your company Atlas, tell us about Atlas and also tell us what they've done to keep their employees safe in the last month.
A lot of the finer points are left up to the individual captains. I've had a couple of guys that I've flown with that sort of have my take. We worry more about the economic results of the virus as opposed to worrying about the health aspects of it.
So let's
And
go
then
into
there's
that. What do you think about the economic aspects and impacts of the virus? What has this done to the economy, at least through your perspective in your world?
I'm a federalist at heart, and what that means is that each individual state has a governor who can assess what's going on in his own state, and each as Trump did coming into this, he didn't take federal power. He let the states run it, and I think that a two-phase effort should be the individual states starting to come in as they will with a president who will stand behind them and say, hey, if you decide to open your economy back up, we're not going to make you, but we're going to encourage that and back you.
All right. Well, thanks for the tips, Sam, and thanks for joining us here today to talk about what the coronavirus has done and what you've seen throughout the world in all of your travels. We'll have you back again, maybe in another month or so, and find out what's going on in the rest of the world.
Happy to do it. Hopefully we can do it again.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
If you like this video and you're watching it on Rebekah and the Keys, please click on subscribe to your right. If you're watching it on YouTube, please click on subscribe at the bottom of this video. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.